Hey Mike, so thanks so much for the swing. You do lots of really, really good things inside of your golf swing. One of the things that you do really well is what you're doing with the hands and arms. So kind of see you get yourself into a really nice position with the hands and arms at the top of the backswing, and you can see the way that you do a really good job of trying to bring the club down on plane coming into the downswing. There is a slight problem. By the time you hit the golf ball, your club path is swinging too much out to him. Okay, so this is obviously going to cause you inconsistency and potentially even mishitted sort of those unmentionable types of shots. When we pause at impact, we can see this vertical line here represents your tush line, which is basically where your hip started. And we can see we're a good sort of, 8 inches closer to the ball than where you started. Hence the reason why it's going to continue to push the club above the plane line. Now, the question is why? Well, this comes down to your backswing pivot. What we can see inside your backswing is the way that your hips are moving closer to the ball in the backswing position. I think some of this is just due to your interpretation of what rotation is. I personally think it's because you're probably trying to get too much weight onto that left-hand side and it's a big, big rotational movement, which attributes itself to the loss of hip depth. So that'd be one of the areas that you really want to kind of work on, because you can see if we were to draw a line on the back of your hips from this position, you actually do a really good job of sort of rotating coming in towards the downswing. Okay, you don't rotate enough, but it's kind of understandable because, as I say with a lot of students, you have such a huge amount of rotation in the backswing. If that's a sort of 60 plus degree worth of rotation, you're going to have to get to 40 degrees open at impact. It's a big turn. So that's why I'd work a little bit on that sort of backswing sequence and start, try not to just over rotate going back. If you can improve the hip depth, you'll notice an improvement immediately with things like your ability to control club path. Once you improve your hip depth in your backswing position, it'll also give you the capability to open up the hips more in the downswing, which will help you tremendously with things like keeping the club more on plane. You can see the shaft stays above the plane on at this stage, again just adding to more inconsistency. Hope this helps.